It's hard not to love Naruto Uzumaki, but I'll tell you why Sakura never did. You'll learn some surprising facts about our hero, including which character was his true first kiss. The Naruto story may be many things, but it's definitely not short, so it's hardly a surprise that so many fans can't help but compare it to the similarly long One Piece. But a few people realize just how much these two pieces of fiction cross over with one another. Originally, Ichiro Oda was going to name his character Sanji Naruto, but there was just one little piece of a problem with that. The name was already taken by a bold blonde boy starring in his own serial manga in Shonen Jump. So Oda ended up changing his character's name to Sanji in order to prevent fans from becoming confused. And that's not the only time these two popular franchises were influenced by one another. When Naruto ended, One Piece showed Luffy eating Naruto's favorite food, ramen, on the cover of chapter 766. There's also a little fox seated at the table with an Uzumaki or spiral on his clothes, and the waitress is dressed in a familiar Kono Hagakure pattern. It's clear that Luffy is seated across the table from someone whose face is hidden, but is unmistakably Naruto himself. But don't think that Naruto creator Masashi Kishimoto didn't repay the favor. In the last chapter of Naruto, you can see graffiti of Luffy's skull and crossbones symbol. Early on in Naruto, it was clear that our titular hero was smitten with Sakura, but she wasn't the person he shared his first kiss with. In fact, if you're used to watching the edited version of the show on Cartoon Network, you might have missed out on this scene entirely. While Naruto was pining for Sakura, it was actually his rival Sasuke who he ended up puckering up to in the episode Sasuke and Sakura, Friends or Foes. Okay, so it was a total accident that took place during their fast-paced fight, but still. There was definite lip-to-lip contact between these two rivals who could barely stand to look at each other at this point in the story. Alas, for those of you who shipped Naruto and Sasuke, this scene was edited out of the episode when it aired on Cartoon Network. But funny enough, this accidental smooch wasn't censored during a flashback scene in the episode The Broken Seal. So if you were wondering if you missed them kissing the first time around, the answer is yes, but not because you weren't paying attention. Maybe Cartoon Network realized that even if they didn't show Sasuke and Naruto kissing, there's more than enough fan art of the stuff out there. Whether they actually saw the smooch or not, there are some fans out there who think that Naruto and Sasuke should have ended up as a couple. But that's not exactly what creator Masashi Kishimoto had in mind. When he first created the character of Naruto Uzumaki, he knew that in order to tell his story, he would need to provide him with motivation. Sure, things like love, freedom, and justice are great motivators, but let's not forget about a good old-fashioned bitter rivalry. In many ways, Sasuke was essential to the creation of Naruto, and once Kishimoto decided what their relationship would be like, the story started to evolve. Not only did this help Kishimoto get started on Naruto, but their rivalry helped him finish it. Right from the beginning, Kishimoto knew that the series would end with a battle between Naruto and Sasuke. The only thing that took some time to figure out was how these two characters would meet. Would they meet on the field as enemies or as friends trying to compare their strength and skill? While there was a lot to figure out, the final confrontation between Sasuke and Naruto was what guided a lot of the story. There are a lot of characters in Naruto, and there are fans of them coupling up in pretty much every possible configuration. Early on, Naruto had feelings for Sakura, which weren't reciprocated to say the least. But many fans felt that he was a better match for quiet Hinata Hyuga, including Kishimoto. While many of us watched the show and wondered who Naruto would end up with, his romantic fate was decided by Kishimoto right from the very beginning. For him, there was absolutely no question that Naruto did not belong with Sakura, and it was only a matter of time before he ended up with Hinata. Although for that to happen, there had to be a major event that bonded them together. Kishimoto believed that the loss of her cousin Neji Hyuga would help bring Hinata closer to her crush Naruto. He felt that losing Neji was a shared experience that helped Naruto and Hinata become a couple. Even though the loss of Neji may have been surprising for fans, Kishimoto was determined for Naruto and Hinata to be together, no matter the cost. Naruto's parents, Minato and Kushina, passed away before the anime started, so it was hardly surprising that we didn't see them. But it turns out that Kishimoto originally never wanted to show them on the screen. Even though they gave their lives to save Naruto and the village, as far as he was concerned, their story was over, and thus there was no point in bringing them back in any capacity. But something major happened in the real world that totally changed his mind on the topic. He became a dad. When Kishimoto became a parent himself, it got him thinking about what life must have really been like for Naruto growing up as an orphan, and how much his family must have loved him. This caused him to totally change his stance on including Naruto's parents, and he even modeled Kushina after his own wife. Kishimoto wanted Naruto to have a relationship with his parents after becoming a father himself, but there was a tiny issue of them having perished many years prior. But he managed to squeeze in plenty of opportunities for Naruto to meet his parents in some capacity and try to make up for lost time. There were a lot of decisions Masashi Kishimoto had to make when creating Naruto Uzumaki and the fantastical fictional world he lives in, including his parents being influenced by his own fatherhood, and his rivalry with Sasuke was used to propel Naruto's character growth. But surprisingly, some of the most iconic aspects of the franchise were done for one simple reason: laziness. Okay, let's just say they were done for the sake of simplicity. You know Naruto's headband? You've probably noticed it once or twice since it's an important part of his outfit. Well, in the first episode, Naruto was shown wearing a pair of goggles instead. But after putting pen to paper, Kishimoto realized that goggles aren't the easiest thing to draw, and he really didn't want to keep depicting them. So in order to make his life a little bit easier, he switched up Naruto's accessories, which is why he wears a headband for the rest of the show. Another popular aspect of Naruto's character design is his catchphrase. In the Japanese version, he says "datebayo," and in the English version, he exclaims "believe it." But it might surprise you to learn that "datebayo" does not translate to "believe it." In fact, it doesn't have an exact English translation at all. "Believe it" was chosen because Naruto's lips look like that's what he could be saying when he's really saying "datebayo." Even though Naruto's world is fictional, it definitely does not take place in modern day. But originally, that was actually the plan. The pilot episode of the Naruto manga was incredibly different than what we ended up with. The setting was a modern city instead of a rural version of ancient Japan, and the location and time period weren't the only differences that ended up changing substantially. In the pilot, Naruto was a straight-up demon fox who just took on the form of a young boy. His father had attacked the ninja village, and as a result, folks there had a grudge against Naruto. The village chief thought a move to the big city might help Naruto make friends and maybe even not turn into a big scary village-destroying demon. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm well aware that the world of Naruto Uzumaki is fictional. But that doesn't mean there aren't some amazing real-world places you can visit if you're a big enough fan. Yes, there's a place in Japan called Naruto, and it's a city located in Tokushima Prefecture in Japan. It was founded in 1947, so needless to say it predates the manga by quite a bit. But that doesn't mean the city doesn't celebrate the legacy of Naruto Uzumaki. They even created a replica of the famous Hokage rock to be displayed above a government building. If that's not enough to satisfy your inner superfan, there's also a Naruto theme park located in Awajishima, which is based on Konoha Village. Visitors receive scrolls and have to solve missions and find their way through mazes to go through the attractions. But if you're more interested in the culinary side of Naruto, I can help you out there too. Naruto's favorite restaurant, Ichiraku Ramen, was a real place, and Masashi Kishimoto used to eat there before he started writing Naruto. Unfortunately, the specific shop that inspired Kishimoto closed down in 2014. But there are other locations Naruto fans can visit. There's one at the Global Harbor Shopping Mall in Fukuoka, and it's definitely embraced its connection to the show. There are many unique traits and abilities that show up in the world of Naruto. While many of them can be learned, some of them have a genetic component, including the Byakugan. In the anime, this manifests in large, light-colored irises with no visible pupils. The Byakugan gene originated with the Otsutsuki clan and made its way to their descendants in the Hyuga clan. If that's the case, then why weren't Boruto and Himawari Uzumaki born with Byakugan? Are their Uzumaki genes just too powerful? The answer to this question is surprisingly simple, because according to Kishimoto, he just plain old forgot. Apparently, he had originally intended for the kids to have their mother's eyes, but drew them with more traditional eyes by mistake. Later on, in an effort to correct this, he had Boruto manifest the Jogan in his right eye. As for Himawari, she got her Byakugan in the Zaino chapter in The Day Naruto Became Hokage. Kishimoto also noted that if Hinata and Naruto were to have a third child, he would definitely remember to have them born with Byakugan this time. It would be easier to list shonen mangas that haven't been inspired by Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball franchise. Masashi Kishimoto was a big fan when he was growing up, and it not only helped him create Naruto, but got him interested in manga and anime in general. He grew up watching Dragon Ball as well as Toriyama's other popular show, Dr. Slump. Kishimoto also admitted that Goku was a major influence for Naruto, since he admired his energetic and mischievous personality. So needless to say, there are tons of references to the Dragon Ball franchise in Naruto, if you know where to look. Many characters in Naruto have worn masks, but there's something special about this one from the manga. It looks just like the Dragon Ball character Chaozu with his signature pale face and rosy red cheeks. In the video game Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, there's a code which unlocks the option of dressing Naruto like Goku. And in Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, you can then dress Goku up as Naruto. There's even a character in Naruto named Roshi who is clearly meant to be an homage to Dragon Ball's Master Roshi. If that wasn't subtle enough, one of the tailed beasts is actually called Son Goku. While I'm busy looking up flights to see Naruto's real-life ramen shop, let me know what your favorite fact about him is in the comments section. Don't forget to click subscribe for more videos from us here at CBR. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.